I'm Henry Dugieło. This is a name from Lithuania, and I am completely mixed. My family is Ukrainian, Polish, Ormians, and Armenians, yes, and nobody knows who. I live here for 20 years old because I'm find here's my wife. Here, in this place I find my wife. My own town is a Przemyśl. It's 200 kilometers from here. Of course, this is Galicia. I'm a historian and I am a teacher of the history in one of school in Mielec. This is a comprehensive lyceum. This is a middle school, yeah. And I should now about Mielec. So Mielec was established in the 50th century, like a town, but Jewish 200 years past coming to Mielec. So 70th century Jewish are in Mielec now, and from this 70th century as till Second World War.
From the 7th,
70. From the 70th century to the Second War. So, what about community? First, there was be two family, three family, and the next the family Jewish growing. That was no rich man. There was living and making some market and anything else, just like in every Galicia, you know.
So they were Galician Jews.
Yeah.
We are talking about 17th century. So there was, 17th century. There was already differentiation. Maybe Galiciana as a name did not function because the name of Galiciana became in
19th century, yes.
became in the use at the end of 18th century when
Yes,
Poland was
yeah.
partitioned. So they were from southern Poland, because I'm thinking in terms of who they report to and which part of where did they have they community where they was chief rabbi, and chief rabbi I read, sorry for cutting in, was not in here. Before they formed independent community, they were like a extended arm of the community, of the Jewish community in Opatów. Am I right?
Yes,
In what place?
In Opatów.
Could you spell for me?
Opatow. Opatów.
yes.
Opatów. Why Opatów? Opatów was an important place on a trade route. And it was, as a place for trade, it was natural magnet for Jews to come to settle. And it was one of the most vibrant Jewish communities in the area. And this one in Mielec at the beginning was like a extended branch, extended arm of the Jewish community of Opatów. You haven't been to the last Jewish conference, but one lady gave a lecture on the names that were in Opatów and how Opatów Jewish community was connected to many other Jewish communities. And I think in her lecture, if you study those materials, you will find how they were also related to Jews that lived here in Mielec. But later, after as first partition, second partition, and the third partition of Poland followed, Poland ceased to exist. And starting from 1795, we only had, let's say, so-called Russian Poland. Later on, it was general government. We had Galicia, and we had part of Poland that was incorporated into Prussia. So it was Prussian Poland. And also, what historians usually tend to ignore was the fact that part of the Poland was directly incorporated into Russia. So part of the Poland that was Russian was incorporated directly into Poland, and the bigger part of previous Poland got a status of the like a dependent state that reported straight to Tsar, but through the nominated guy who was a leader of the state, and it was a general government.
Yeah.
This distinction is quite important because many people don't realize that there was part of Poland that got directly incorporated in Russia, and big semi-independent state known under the name of general government, who was also actually Russian, but it was not directly within the Russia. So, and what it gave.
Pause for a moment, please.